Hi, my magical creatures, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is definitely going to be story time at Ratchet University slash place where I worked at and went to school at. Yeah, so basically the whole school found out I was transgender, and I'm going to tell you guys how that happened. But before we start this video, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and a big like, and don't forget to subscribe. It's a free way to help your girl out. So let's get back into the video. So, yeah, so it all started, how did it all start? So basically when I was pre-transitioned, I basically, they needed more people because I worked at the college, everyone knew me. They needed more people to do like this like video, like you're reading a script off of TV and then like you're being recorded and stuff like that. And I really did not know what it was for, but they just told me to do it, and because I knew these people, I trusted them, so I did it. So I want to say I read off of it. It was like a school thing or whatever. I didn't know what it was for. So about, I want to say like a year and a half to 2 years later, I'm still at the college, and I kid you not, that's when I did the transition and everything. And you know, at that time I went stealth. I didn't want people knowing my business or anything like that. So next thing I know, I have all the new students that were coming in started like laughing at me and pointing at me and stuff like that, and I had no idea why they were doing that. I'm like, y'all are new, like y'all shouldn't even know me because I don't even know y'all. So um after that, even like the guys too that like I was hanging out with and stuff didn't want to like talk to me anymore. You know, they just didn't want to associate themselves with me, and so I was just kind of like freaking out. I was like, I didn't know what was going on. So at the college too, where I worked at, there was people new staffing and stuff. So even like the staffing was like, he came up to me and was like, "Was that you in the video?" And I was like, "What video?" He was like, "For the school orientation." And I was like, "What?" And then he was like, "Yeah, you should go look at it." And I was like, "Okay." So I go. So I'm working at in the kiosk area. I'm really not trying to say what college it was. But I was working at the kiosk where I was helping students enroll for orientation and everything like that. And they had to get enrolled on the computer. And kid you not, I was helping these students out. It's packed up in the lobby because it's everyone's trying to get the class schedules, they're trying to enroll. People trying to add classes, drop classes. It's me there only. So I'm just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So I'm helping these group of people, and then we go on the computer and I'm getting the school orientation video things set up for them. And I kid you not, I go see a bloop bloop, and it's me, pre-transition Lil Low me, like just talking, like doing the video. And I literally gagged, and then they all like stopped talking and looked at it, and then they looked up and looked at me, and I was like, oh my. And this was before I had like FFS, like my facial feminization surgery. And I remember just looking at them, looking at the computer, looking at them, and then looking at me, and like, y'all, like I was so mad. And so I kid you not, I ended up leaving. I was like, I'm not doing this today. People were just staring at me, like people really looking at me like I was an animal at the zoo. And then I kind of just flipped I really just had enough. And I basically said like, what the are you staring at? And then immediately the guy was like that. Like I really just didn't even care at this point if I got fired or not. I was so done. Like I was done being treated differently, mistreated for being trans, and like people, like you would think like college would be a lot better, but really there's just a lot of people that are immature, especially like the new like freshmen coming in, because they still have that high school mentality and stuff like that. And especially if they grew up in a small town and they're just not cultural, you know, diverse, you know, stuff like that. So I basically had to work there at the kiosk. At the time I was really, it was like a few years ago. So at that time, you know, I just, once I start working at a place, like I stay dedicated and committed. And it's like, it takes a lot for me to either A, get fired, or B, like leave and go work somewhere else. I hate change, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, so what happened? After that, I go back. I ended up telling my boss about the situation. I was like, look, I did not know that this video was going to be used for the school orientation. So by the way, they also ended up getting rid of a lot of old staff, and then they had all the new ones come in. I don't know why they did that. I think it was so dumb, but they did that. So I had to literally explain my situation. I did not like talking about me being trans at the time because I just did not want to come out. So, basically after that happened, the staff, like, what did the staff do? Oh yeah, so she talked to me about it. She's like, look, like, I understand, you're gonna have to go talk to the dean or whatever about it. So I go talk to the dean. So the old dean was a female and she was amazing. I loved her. But because they got rid of all the old staff, it's all these new people. So this guy is there, and so I go, and then of course it's the man. So I'm like really uncomfortable because I'm like, oh my god, it's a man. Like, most likely he's gonna be like not caring. So, and no offense, but I'm just saying, like, I just feel like women are more receptive and more emotional about, sensitive things versus like going to a man about it. That's just my opinion. So, no disrespect to the men out there. And not all men are non receptive, if y'all know what I'm saying. Um, so, after that, I go and tell him, we're going to call him Caleb. So I'm like, hi, Caleb. I just wanted to ask that there's a video of me floating around school and everyone knowing my business, and I had no idea that this was going to be used for the school orientation video. So, is there a way you can like take this down? Because like people are like laughing at me. I feel like I'm being bullied, and I just don't want this shown. And I want this is my business, and I want to keep it private. And so he says, I understand, but there's nothing I can do. So I was about to turn up in that office, y'all. Like, y'all was about to see me turn up. Like, I was not playing. Like, no. Like, you're going to do something about this. Like, you're going to at least try and figure something out. So basically, I basically just laughed and I said, first of all, I'm not going anywhere. I said, you didn't even try. And then he said, I'll contact the IT person. The IT person does like the computer stuff. Like, well, I'll have him, I'll send an email out, and, we could do something like that. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, you do that. So a week goes by. I'm the whole talk of the entire college at this point. And by the way, there was other trans people at my college too, but a lot of them, like, you can even tell, like, they just look like genetic born women and men. And that was like later on, after, as soon as I was leaving, I was like, great, like, now all the T people coming out. So as soon as I was leaving, then that's when, like, I met this girl, and like I had, like, she did not, like, I even was gagged. I was like, oh dang, sis. But what was I gonna say? So basically, everybody know my business. Everybody know what's here. Everyone's talking about me. Every time I would go to class, people are just looking at me, staring at me, pointing at me. You guys, like, I was so miserable. Like, I was completely miserable. I was just like, this is ridiculous. And not only that, I worked there too. So like from 7 a.m. to 6 in the afternoon for classes and work, I was there. Okay, and I was in the public eye. It was a lot. And so a week goes by, I email Caleb. I'm like, Caleb. He's like, oh, they're still working on it. Like, I'm like, did you even email the person? So second week goes by, nothing. So I go into his office. I don't even care. So then the lady is all like, excuse me, do you have an appointment? I was like, so I immediately went to Caleb's office because I was so done. I was like, hi, Caleb. Hi. I think it was like 3 weeks I went by. I was like, so did anything back from IT? Because like, unfortunately, there's nothing. They never got back to me. All this stuff, and then I'm just like, I literally was just glaring at him like, I know you got me messed up right now. Like, this is ridiculous. So basically, he's like, you know what? I just want to get this over with. Like, you know what? I'm gonna send another email right now, see, so that you can see. And then he tilts his computer or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I want to get this over with too because I'm getting frustrated that people are talking about me, and I feel like I'm being bullied and harassed at this school. So yeah, you do that, Caleb. And then basically, I was just giving fever. Like I was turning up. Like I was getting frustrated. Like I felt like this was high school all over again, you guys, and I just couldn't handle it because I wanted to be stealth. People were treating me so much better when I was perceived as a cisgender woman versus a trans person, and yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, so basically after that happened, um, yeah, I think within like a couple months they ended up removing it. First they did like a little like they blacked my face out on there, and then I think they ended up taking the clip out. So but it was like on my way out. Like as soon as I was like leaving, like I graduated, that's when it got removed. And I was like, this is ridiculous. I was like, y'all are oh god. Like I would never go back to that college again. But definitely that was definitely a story time of me getting exposed in front of the whole college. And basically none of my coworkers and my peers did not help me whatsoever or supported me through these tough times. And you know what's so funny? When I graduated from that college, you guys, some like months later, this lady calls me, right? So I answer the phone. I'm like, hello, and she's like, oh hi, my name is blah blah blah. Like I'm here at the Ratchet University, and I'm just here to conduct a survey of you being at this college and like what was your experience. I told it all, honey. I told it all. I told them the discrimination, the harassment, the bullying, everything that I went through at this college. Now, if I was just a student there, um, and I just went there and then left, you know what I'm saying? I would have probably never had a problem there. But because I worked there and I started my transition there, you know, so I believe that's where the issues were. So, but yeah, definitely. That sums up this story time. Definitely, I know I haven't been posting a lot this week, but I definitely have 3 videos for you guys this week. So this is video number 1. Tomorrow I'll upload a video, and then on Saturday I'll upload another video. So definitely, I am being consistent. I'm trying hard. Yeah, I just had some things come up this week, but definitely don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. Stay magical.